Are you wondering how to become skilled in American Sign Language? I'll let you know. The first step is to immerse yourself in a language community. If you don't, it would be like standing in a pool that's completely empty and saying, "Hey, I'm ready to learn how to swim." If you skip class, good luck. Because the next class, you'll be ready and you'll show up and you'll look like this. Because in the last class, it was a rich environment where we were practicing our communication skills and our signing, and you're missing that foundation. It's important that both before, after, during class, even during the breaks as well, that you continue to practice and continue to sign the whole time. And I'm not expecting you to be a master in signing. But it's important that you take that first step into the water and just keep swimming. Even if your swimming looks like this. And next, do not voice and sign at the same time. Because ASL in English, it's the same concept as oil and water. They just don't mix. Both of their grammars are different. The word order is different. ASL has its own structure. It has facial grammar that really impacts the language. So that means when you enter into this door, your speech is no good. So please, turn off your voice when you come in. And another reason that not using your voice is important, not only just for your development in the ASL grammar structure, but it's also a sign of respect as well. Because in the deaf community, it's our community, and you're just a visitor that is coming in to learn. So please respect our time. That means whenever we give you the tools and you see a deaf person, use those tools. Don't just ignore them and continue to speak in English because you think it's easier to just write back and forth. Try your best to sign. Because we don't have the same level of communication access that you do. We don't hear speech, so it's worthless to us. Whereas signing provides us the visual access that we need. You decided to take this class, so respect this class, both in and out of the classroom. Respect the deaf community. And I understand not using your voice seems scary. And the next day of class, the interpreter is going to be gone. And I know it may seem scary that you're not going to be able to rely on the interpreter. But understand, if you just continue to stay in your comfort zone, this is what it'd look like. And your swimming experience would be as if you were just stuck in the shower. If you really want to get a sense of the great big ocean, you're going to have to deal with the waves. And those waves can be hard to face. They can be difficult to swim through. But once you get past them, it becomes easier. And first thing that you need to do is to get through those waves. And that means you need to experience those uncomfortable times. You need to experience challenges. And you may be wondering, how do you get through those waves? Use the tools at your disposal. And that may mean, putting on your floaties, your inner tube, and your snorkel to get ready to swim. And you may feel that looks silly, and it may look silly, but it does help you swim. Just like using your books, your DVD, using the teacher, going to the lab, going to deaf events. Those are tools that you can use. Next, while we're in class and the teacher's signing to you, if there's a sign that you don't catch, don't focus on that sign. Before you ask, I want you to wait and try to get the whole context of the sentence. Then you may be able to piece it together and know the whole story. And whenever the teacher is signing, if there is a sign that you just don't understand and you need them to repeat themselves, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and take a moment to ask the teacher what that means. Don't feel like you have to hold that in, because then you'll be drowning. And you need to be able to breathe. Also, remember, ASL and English don't mix. So please remember that one sign in American Sign Language can have several different meanings in English. And vice versa, one word in English can have several different signs. That means whenever I'm teaching you these signs, don't just pair them up with one word in the other language. It all depends on context. Also, don't ask your peers for help. And as a peer, if you notice another one struggling, don't think of yourself as the savior ready to rush in and help them. Because your help might look like this. The reason being is that they need to learn how to swim as well. And it's important that you empower them to ask the teacher for clarification. And the teacher understands. They know what to do. The teacher is aware that you are all students. So give the teacher and student time to interact with each other. And some students oftentimes focus on the hands and think that's the most important part. That's the only thing they look at. But really, you need to focus on the face and the eyes. That's of utmost importance. Because the grammar on the face affects the message so much. For example, the sign good could mean good, could mean, oh, that's great, or it could mean, oh, not so good. Once again, good. Oh, great. Not so good. See, it's very important. And next, whenever you're talking with someone, just to let you know, one-worded answers. I understand you're new. You're not always going to be able to sign everything you'd like to, but it's important that you try your best to formulate a sentence. And there's 2 reasons why. First of which, it'll help you develop your skills in the language. The second reason, it'll show the other person respect. Because sometimes those one-worded answers can make it seem like you don't care, or that you're not happy to talk with that person. And when the deaf community sees that, they may misunderstand your intentions. So those one-signed answers aren't allowed. ASL is a 3D language. And that means in this classroom, you can't hide. We're all going to be seeing each other. That's part of it. And we need to be open to accepting feedback and constructive criticism from each other, because that feedback may help someone else who's in need. Because that feedback also enables linguistic growth for each and every one of us. Because we're all in this together, and we're here to support each other. Next, whenever someone's signing to you, make sure to show them that you're actively listening. And that can be through facial expression, oh yeah, I agree. Oh, I don't agree. Oh, let's talk about that. That's fine. It's important to be active, not to just be sedentary and just nodding your head. Ask questions, make comments, show your emotions on your face, be involved. Because that's a sign of respect as well. In this culture, in the deaf community, it's important that we do that. And the hearing culture has that as well, with words like okay. It's the same way to show that you're actively engaged by using your facial expression and whatnot. And don't just, even when I'm teaching, don't just sit there and, nod your head. It's okay to be engaged and to ask questions, make comments. That's fine, because you are learning how to sign. We're all in the same ocean. So we can all swim together.